Okay guys, welcome back. I'm going to be showing you a little bit of a tutorial on how to make beautiful leaves and stuff. I'll show you. Here's my scrapbooking book that I've done of some of my family. Hang on a minute. And I did some this is what you can do with watercolour and all that kind of stuff. You can either cut out stuff from, colouring books and then you colour it in, or you can make it up yourself. See, these ones I've got from colouring books. I'll show you. And done it yourself. These are illustrations that I drew myself, but these are using colouring books. This is brushos, but just want to sort of get that effect. If you want to do that, it's actually done with distress inks, but I'm going to use watercolour. And I've got these leaves as well. Oh, I might even use some of these. That's an awesome idea. Glad I thought of it. So there you go, paste. Look at this. This is all my scrapbooking. Okay, now I'll have needed some inspiration with that, but I'm going to get those autumn leaves. I think that is a good idea. Hang 10. Back again. I found them. Oh, you probably utilise these. I just got from a local $2, one of those El Cheapo shops. You can buy these actually from the Fabricy. Really quite nice. I like them. So I might stick some of those in with ones that are appropriate. Also from the same shop, bought some of these butterflies in their stick-on in their 3D. I don't particularly like the glitter around the outside, so I may cut around them. But they would be really nice too to put in around the photos. So, but for now, I am going to show you how to have fun with watercolour. Now this paper is the Kazar Craft. Normally I'd get white, but because a lot of the pictures are in that the autumny tones, and I'm going to get, I've got this die cut, so it's going to have all these different leaves, and I've also got this die cut. I may even do some die cuts of flowers as well. So but leaf shapes are so easy. If you get something, you can from a colouring book, you can use it as a template to cut out. Okay, so I've got my Jane Davenport colours. Where's my spray? Here it is. So you're getting an art lesson today, even though it's still part of the same. It just depends on which one. So I might do, I'm going to do some in the autumn tones, but I'm also going to do some in the more greener tones, because some of them have greener. So there, autumny tones here. And this one has a lot of greens as well. So the neutral palette's got a lot of greens. So I'll start off with, see, it's fine if it's going to get wet. If you're going to put a lot on there, it is probably a safe bet to put a bit of gesso on there, clear gesso. But and all we do is just splatter. Just splatter colour all over it. Jeez, it's soaking it up. I might make a, there we go, on half of it. Now where's my fan brush? I've just gotten the brushes out, so now while it's a little bit wet too is a good time to put it through, when it's not 100% wet but a little bit wet, to put it through these little die cuts because it will give that indentation I found. Now, you don't need to be Picasso for this one. Okay, orange in between, pretty bright. It's all good. So half of it's going to be the, probably should have put some gesso on there. As you can see, it's going a little bit warped. That's okay, because we're not going to be using it as a whole. We're going to use bits. Okay. Now, maybe a little bit of red. I think that would look really nice as well. So these are the autumn tone flowers, leaves, and on the other side it's going to be more of the greens, the brown. Okay, now this is what I really love doing. This is one of my favourite bits. Get a fan brush and we get a bit of purple. You wouldn't think of using purple, but when the flowers well, not flowers, when the leaves die down, they get these little spots all over them. Fan brush is awesome for this. Okay, so that's the autumn tone side. I may end up doing, I think it needs a little bit of brown in there too. There we go. With the fan brush. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, big mess. But that's the fun. Okay, now what we're going to do is drag some of this over and utilise the green. So we're going to have the green side. Oh, pop up. Soaked up. Once it's dry, I might even put some more splatters on there. I think the best thing to do is turn it around. What a mess. So it's got the background of the brown already, and they always dry lighter, always. So this is what I call a mop brush, but I mean this is just you don't have to do this. I particularly want to do this because this is the fun art side of me coming out, using colouring books and just colouring them in, or even going into Edith Holden books and cutting out some of the leaves, because she's got all different types of, you know, seasonal leaves in there. Now, use some of this as well. This is from Water Spirit, so it's sort of like an olivey type of colour, because even though some of them are green, it's not like a summer green, you know what I mean? It's more of a wintry type of green, and that's why okay. Now, do we need a little bit of another colour? No, not too green, I think. Since we got it there, I'll stick a little bit here and there. There we go. Here we go. Now, we come around with the brown. And the fan brush. And a little bit more of that purple. So good, love that. Anything when you do the fan brush gets everywhere. I've now got purple flicks all over my desk. Okay, now put that in there. Oh, good Lord. And clean up a little bit, and then I'm going to get a blow dryer onto that, and we'll see how that looks when it comes up dry. So I'll just pause it. Just quickly, while I'm drying, see how wet it is on the other side. So I've turned it over. I'm getting a blow dryer onto it, so be careful. So if you have got clear gesso, it might pay to put it on it first. I've used a heck of a lot of water, but I'll keep drying and then I'll be back. Okay, fairly dry. I would like to add a few more splatters, I think. And I might even do some in the black, just to make it a little darker. Now it may seem like a heck of a lot, but you only see a splatter here and there when by the time you cut out the leaves. It's all good. Okay, a few more there. Okay, now let that dry off, and then the next part will be getting out the die cuts. I'll be back a second. Okay, back again. It's fairly dry. It's not 100%, but I don't mind, because putting it through, where's my knife? Cut that in half. Okay, close these up. Don't want them everywhere. See how the black, it actually, everything always dries lighter, so we'll just see how we go. I might even splatter some distress inks in there, but be careful with that. I do not want the water to spill. So come in with our this guy, because I happen to have the die cut machine. I will use that. So okay, now so we've got one of these sprigs along there like that. and then that along there like that. So I'm going to have some in all different sizes. There we go. Now, usually like to go through a couple of times. Hope my head's not in the way. Have a look how it went. Did it cut? Yeah, I was a bit worried it may not cut through that bottom part. Did they cut? Yes, they did. That bit did. Okay. Oh, they did. Nice. And because it's a little bit wet, it gets the indentations a little bit from those. See, it's a little bit on that. See how good does that look? When all you're seeing is just a little bit. It's awesome. Okay, put it in the middle. It's a little bit on the wet side, but it's all good. Got to be so careful. Bit like when you use, you know, your crickets and all that kind of stuff. See, perfect. So these are really good sprigs for sort of tucking in. Use the big ones on some, but these are perfect for using the small size. There we go. And see, it doesn't even matter if you haven't got, that's why I used a coloured background. When some doesn't get it, it's still got a little bit of it in there. These are awesome. There we go. Now I'll probably do a few more of the big ones. Yep. And what you do is you get in there with your distress inks, and you distress ink around the outside, and then, you know, like you fold it and give it a bit of a shape, and oh, that looks so good. I like it. Okay, so we'll cut that off. And we'll put it on a little bit more. Here's another one. Do a few more. Try and want to maximise as much as I can. There we go. Yep, as much in there as we possibly can. There's that one up there, over there, and then another one in there. Okay. These are awesome, but like I said, you just, leaf shapes aren't that hard, and you can use a combination of those leaves, or even you can cut out beautiful fabric. That's the beauty of it. Now we're gone. Beautiful. Now, I was lucky enough with this one to get a bit of an indentation. Oh, geez, it's really stuck. So nice. Cool. See how good they look? Look at that. It's stuck on the actual thing. got a bit of an indentation. That's why it's good to do it while it's a little bit on the wet side. You get that indentation sort of embossing. I like it. Okay, I'm going to try some with the greens. Have a look, hey? Do one of the smaller one on the top like we did last time. Actually, it's going to go underneath. Have a bit of that green in there. I like that. I like it. And then some of those spots. As close to the edge as possible. To get as much as possible. Make sure it doesn't move. Oh, I'll stick to it like that. Okay. Oop. Okay, I'll just put this through if it's going to catch. There we go. One, and then I'll leave it at that. Do some more off camera and okay, let's see how we go. Okay, put this away for now. Oh. Beautiful. Now, still going? Yep, it's still going. Oh, maybe could have done it another bit. Okay. Push. Die cuts. Oh, that looks so good. Looks so good. That one, this one's an awesome one. Really love the way these have turned out. These are perfect. The little sprigs and this. You know, these you can go along with a little bit of red and a little bit of red berry on there. Just as well, it's still a little bit wet. Sometimes they just are painful. You don't want to come out. There we go. Now, what we're going to do with these, I'm just showing you how to make these in this video. Then with these, we've got, okay, we've got these pictures, right? So this one in particular, is needing probably more of the greens, you know. So so just say I want to use this photo, right? I get a photo matte backing. I might make some of this, take some of this, take some of this, and we want to make it a little bigger. So because I do want to tear it, so I'll be tearing it this way. Make it a little bigger. I really do love that teared look. The tear down, it gives you that rough edge, which is what I want. Actually, what do I need? I need the average size photo, which is this one. Oh, okay. Okay. And do this really as close as I can possibly get it. Okay. Okay. Now, what I want to do with that is, okay, we've got where are we? Put the lid on that. So with this one, we just ink the edges. Gotta be really careful. So maybe sort of fold it in the middle, get rid of a bit of an ink. Tips and tricks on how to make your leaves a little bit more real. Okay, now because you've got leaves and stuff on that side, see this berry one would be perfect. So what you would do is now I'm going to ink the edges. So each one of these is going to be like a little work of art, and I quite like how it's quite big there, so I'm just going to leave that big edge on there because I like it. Got that real vintagey look. Now, them in the corner there, but I quite like, where are we, get a rolling up in the corners, roll down like that, fold it the wrong way, and then roll up this. So it's got a bit of a dent like this, and then roll it up like that. Okay, now we sort of want to do a little bit of a roll, maybe a small one like that, with a bit of it going up, so that some of these leaves, and then I'm going to put some berries and all that kind of stuff underneath, and then we can stick our thing in with, I'll grab some photo corners. Where are they? So this is based on, this is like from a photocopy paper, 4 inches by 6 inches, which is about the average photo thing. So even though we have got a frame, I am going to stick these in there because they're more of the size that people are going to have. And then I'll grab these little photo corners and stick them in there, or if you want you can put it on with a paper clip, or you know, yeah. So, and then where are we on this one in particular? I think, you know, maybe you can use a couple of, usually 2 is good if you're going to use any, and then use some butterflies and all that kind of stuff. So this is the idea of what I want to have. And now, while I've got this out, on this one there's a couple like that. So here's the other one with the berries. 2 with the berries. Grab, it's called Ariel, quite bright, so I'm just gonna hopefully I'll push it up a little higher. I want to have it in frame. I have them a little darker, not just so light. They do always dry darker. Be careful, don't want to get that on the painting, on the actual picture. So I might end up cutting another green one out and having the berries on that one as well. So there you go, because it particularly lends itself to that one, which is really cute. So that would put that in there. Once that dries, ink around that. Then you got your leaf, which I think, because you got the leaves on that side, you might maybe have a little bit of a sprig, I reckon. By the time you ink around that, have that coming out there, giving it that 3D element. And then we're going to stick a sprig like that on the top. And then maybe it might put a bit of lace, so you just, you know, really, isn't that beautiful? That is so cute. How beautiful is that? Probably not the best picture. Something like that other one with my son in the vintagey one is probably a better type of picture. Like, it just lends itself to that, but a bit bigger. See, that would work as well. It's so cute. How good would that look in there? And then on the other side you can journal and do all that. So make up some of some leaves, and maybe do the same sort of thing with flowers if you want to, but this is sort of more of a wintry book. I think some of the other ones might be more floral. It's got more leaves rather than flowers and stuff, or usually either Holden. So there you go. Here's a bit of a fun tutorial on how to do this. I think it's going to be beautiful how they turn out. So get yourself some nice cardstock. Here, I'll lift it up. Isn't that cute? Beautiful. Okay guys, thank you very much once again. Had fun with you, and I will catch you in the next one. It's a bit of a process, but then these things take time, as you know, and I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.